Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome, Arkansas, with the big one tonight, huh? The biggest one, the biggest series win of the year, baby. Let's go. Belt to ass, says Travis Ford. What's going on? So Arkansas takes the series. What a fantastic couple of games. Arkansas pitching coming through. We are going to have to hand out this bad boy, the direct service overhead / Tusk Talk with Ty post game gold chain, the MVP. So we'll have to figure that out. Who gets this gold chain? Again, if you're just joining us, Arkansas takes the series. We got to hand out. I have to put this on behalf of a Arkansas player. Who gets the MVP chain tonight? You guys let me know. 1521 corner, thank you so much for sharing. I got the notification. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, you guys are helping me out big time. I was going through the settings, trying to figure it out. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the love. Kuoi I can never say that dude's name. I can say his brother's name, Vahiva. Kuhui Aloy. What a way to take the series, though, with pitching. Even if these announcers calling the game were just so, god dang, I've never heard so many excuses before in my life. So many excuses made on behalf for Texas. Like, guys, we get it. You don't respect Arkansas. That's fine. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit the like button, share the content, of course, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. You guys have seen me around in chats here and there, and I've been here for a while, making content for Arkansas Razorback fans. So if you're new, welcome, and shout out to SLR for redirecting the stream. That was awesome. I'm glad we got that figured out. Corey Dubs with a $10 super chat. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate the super chat. Gage Wood. Gage Wood. We're going to go over these numbers here in just a second. Again, anytime you beat Texas, right, it is so damn sweet. Arkansas gets the win last night, 9-0. And then tonight, again, holding Texas to just a single run. Did the prediction hold up in Tusk Talk with Ty Discord? By the way, if you're not in SLR's Discord, you should go join SLR's Discord. And, of course, Tusk Talk with Ty Discord as well. There's links provided for you down below in the description box. Hey, Corey Dubs, handing out more memberships. I appreciate you, man. Gage Wood, crucial to come in and get a good start after the hot bats last night. Absolutely. Won't be so easy next weekend against LSU. Well, there's something about being number one, though, isn't there? You know, Arkansas had it for like a minute. Arkansas had the number one ranking for about a minute. Won their midweek game, and then turned around and, well, they lost 3 straight series, only to pick it right back up. Only 6 hits. Prediction was 8 or more. Yeah, we did it. We did it. How about that, man? That's awesome for those of us who picked the under on 8 hits. Yeah, appreciate the memberships. That's amazing. I'm going to have to figure out some content for we've got, what are we up to, like 25 total members now? No, I had some before that. I don't know how many, but I had a few. So Arkansas 6-1, get the win. Make sure you hit the like button. Sharing is caring. And subscribe if you're new, because you probably are. The odds are you've never been to a post-game show here, so welcome. I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't typically do post-game baseball. I have never done post-game baseball other than postseason play. Then I do a lot of post-game stuff. I'm going to try and do a little bit more. You guys have been asking me for a while, forever, to do more baseball content. So we're probably going to do some more post-games. So long as I have access to the games, we're probably – it's about that time anyways, right? Why not get a head start? So Arkansas tonight, my God, how many guys hit by pitches? 5 different Arkansas hitters tonight hit by a pitch. Iredell was hit twice. Poor guy. Iredell, they have him down, hit by pitches twice. So he took it on, man. Again, if you're just waking up, Maybe you work a late shift today and you're waking up. You saw the score 6-1. You got the notification on your phone and you're in here. Arkansas pitching once again came through back-to-back nights of double-digit Ks, 15 Ks. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is a season high in conference play. The one problem, I'd say the one thing, if you wanted to put something against Arkansas, if there was something you weren't really thrilled about, it would definitely be the lobs. The lobs, the left on base. 14 Razorbacks left on base, man. That has also got to be a season high. If it's not, it is got to be the second highest. They've done a really good job once they get runners in scoring position. They've done a fantastic job of bringing those guys home. But 14, man, and still getting the win. And, of course, you got to look at pitching. Yeah, Wood was fantastic. Wood pitched just 4 innings, right? He was on the pitch count there. He had 57 total pitches. So they let him get to 57. 57 of those, or 39 of those 57 were strikes. He gave up just 1 earned run, and again, four hard-fought innings and just 2 hits, 9 Ks. So he got the majority of the strikeouts. So again, Arkansas. I don't feel like we've been able to say this a ton this year, but they're pitching, and again, they're one of the top ERA clubs in college baseball. But it's been the hitting that makes it so much easier for a pitcher to take the mound and know that you have the kind of firepower that Arkansas has. I mean, this is one of the top hitting clubs, whether it's home runs, getting guys on base, batting average, slugger, whatever percentage you want to look at. Arkansas is up there in every category, top 3 in almost every offensive category in the SEC, and top 10 in the country. Last I looked, they were like 4th in home runs. I don't remember what their on base was. We talked about that last night. So, both the Aloy brothers get a hit tonight. Davalon with a hit at 4 at-bats. Iredell with a hit. Helfrich with a hit. Thomas almost had a homer there in the was that the 7th or 8th inning? I think it was the 7th inning. I thought that ball was gone. So, yeah. Kenwood, what's going on, man? Go Hogs. Y'all smash the like button. That's right. Make sure you guys hit the like button. A lot of people in here, and we got to get those likes up, son. Get those likes up. We got a poll for you to take as well. Hogs will take the final 2 SEC games, the final 2 series. 77% of you say yes. 77% of you say yes. I'm not that surprised considering Arkansas just got a huge series win. You feel like if you can beat Texas, you can beat anybody. I did not appreciate those announcers saying, those guys, the broadcast saying that, oh, well, sometimes it's just not your night. How about last night too? What do we do? What are you talking about? How about last night and tonight? Maybe Arkansas is finding their groove again. Their starting pitching is finally. I mean, they put back-to-back games on the mound. 1 run given up in 2 games. Yeah, maybe Arkansas's pitching is just dominating. Their pitching certainly looked better than Texas's pitching. My God, so many. What have they hit? 7 Razorbacks in the last 2 games combined? Is it 7 or 8? Texas is getting that welcome. In Fayetteville, baby. Here's the question. Do you guys think this game is any different? And it's hard to judge, but let's not act like Texas isn't a really good ball club, because they are. They're a really good club. Like, they are an Omaha caliber club so long as they don't slump. Maybe this is the beginning of a slump. I don't know. Or, I don't know, Arkansas's pitching is living up to the extremely high expectations. I say extremely high. The pretty high expectations, considering the kind of talent they pulled in the offseason. Maybe that's what this is. But on a neutral field or down in Austin, do you still think the outcome, do you think it's still the same? Arkansas gets the series win. They start off the series 2-0. Do you think that still happens? The way Texas played, And I know it's not quite like basketball home court or football home field. It's not. Baseball's on that totem pole, it's third. But it does matter. You can get inside a pitcher's head. You can get inside a catcher's head. The outfield, they're always harassing those guys in the outfield, right? It does matter. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I still feel like Arkansas would take 2 of 3 anywhere. I think they're just the better club. I just think they are. 1 run in 2 games against the number one Texas. That's big. Absolutely, Dance King. Texas was shook, says Travis. What's up, Travis? We're going to have a good show Monday night, man. Don't forget to tune in Monday night. We're live at 6:30 p.m. Travis and I. It's just become a thing. I think we're going to have Tim Neal on board with us as well Monday night. Looking forward to it. John Oliver says, just like they referenced not even needing to come to the field tomorrow because Texas will figure it out. Yeah, I saw that. And they might. They might get game 3. Congratulations. You still dropped the damn series. You still dropped the series. Arkansas clearly, to me, looks like the better club. Yeah, Texas was a little shook, but I think that had a lot to do with what happened in game 1. Yeah, who is going to pitch tomorrow? That's a good question. Who do you guys think they give? Is it going to be the typical game 3 starting pitcher, or what do you guys think? They're going to do something a little different. It's not like Dave Van Horn. He's probably going to stick to protocol, right? Shout out to SLR. Absolutely. SLR. 1521 corner. Appreciate you, boys. You guys are awesome. Again, make sure you join their Discord, SLR's Discord, and Tusk Talk with Ty Discord. Links provided for you down below. Shout out to Direct Service Overhead. Speaking of Travis Ford, Direct Service Overhead, the garage door company, same-day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes, better than best results. You're having problems with your door and you're located in Central Arkansas. These guys will come out and give you a free estimate. They'll check out what's going on. And they offer emergency service 24/7, 365 days a year. 501-244-3667. Again, that's Direct Service Overhead, the garage door company. Links are provided down below. Yeah, Beetlejuice. Bybee. Yeah, it's going to be Beetlejuice. Yeah, it will. It probably will. Bybee is actually, I'm impressed with Bybee getting pulled off the week, letting him pitch, letting him come in and pitch on the weekends. Bybee's turned it around. His ERA, his numbers look good. He's looked pretty good on the mound. He's looked better, right? I mean, he caught a lot of criticism for a midweek pitcher. Chesser and Bybee. Okay. Look at all these members now in chat. This is wild. What's up, Mobley? How you doing, man? Sweep at home, 2 of 3 at Austin. Yeah, I think you're onto something there. Great recovery by the Omaha Hogs. Let's get that sweep on Texas. Tex ass. I guarantee you Texas fans are not going to be in here. But I bet there's a few Kentucky fans lingering around. They won't talk, though. Off subject, what's the Razorback win total, Dance King? Oh, I don't know. Let's stick to the team that's actually winning on the field for just a minute, huh? Fishman says Texas has a better conference record than us. Yeah, but Fish, that doesn't listen. At the end of the day, like Arkansas was clearly playing on a higher level up until they were ranked number 1 in the country. I would have taken Arkansas at any point in time, and they're proving it this weekend. Well, I say this weekend, Thursday and Friday night. They're proving it. Win or lose game 3, it doesn't matter. I think they prove they are the better team. Yeah, their record is better, but not by a mile, not by a huge gap. Arkansas has played really good ball, run-rolling opponents left and right. Their offense has just been fantastic. They've been great. They have been awesome at the plate. Again, if you're new here, if you've never heard of the channel, I've been around for a while. I appreciate you being here. This is Tusk Talk with Ty. I'm your host, Ty Hudson. Man, we are inching our way towards 2 million total views. That's not bad for someone who's not live every day. Someone who's not pumping out content daily, although we're trying to get there. Texas also had the easiest conference schedule. Well, Texas, so if you look at Texas and their schedule so far, They are 38-7. So, yeah, they have lost games, right? I mean, it's baseball. My God, you're going to have some losses under your belt. 7 is a good number to be at this time of the year. They're 19-4 in conference play. And, yeah, they've been really good. They did lose a midweek game to UTSA. They took 2 of 3 against LSU at home. They went on the road and did what everyone does to Missouri. By the way, Missouri has not won a conference game yet. I saw someone say that in Discord. I'm going to say that. Whoever said that in Discord, I'm going to give you credit. It might have been John Haas or somebody. I think that's right. I think that's accurate. Missouri has still not won a conference game. Texas then beat Georgia. They swept Georgia 5-1, 7-4, and 4-3. They took 2 out of 3 against Kentucky on the road. They swept Auburn. They swept Texas A&M. That's pretty good. And now they're facing a sweep against the Razorbacks. They have been outscored 15-1 against Arkansas in Fayetteville. After this, Texas has got to take on a salty Florida Gator baseball team, and then they got to go on the road to Norman. That might actually be a pretty good, that's a rivalry right there, old Big 12 rivalry. That's how they'll close out the regular season on May 15th, 16th, and 17th against Oklahoma. So you guys think they're going to sweep, or I'm sorry, not sweep. You think they're going to win these final 2 series? LSU and Tennessee, they got to go to Baton Rouge at Alex Bach Stadium. That is not a fun place to play at. Not that Dave Van Horn hasn't had success there. LSU's, they're LSU. Got to go on the road. Take them on. LSU is also pretty damn good, but their conference record, they've got a 2-1 conference record at 14-7 with a 37-9 overall record. Kenwood says, sweet. There you go. Dance King says, you rock Tusk. It's getting late. It's 11 o'clock, man, and all you guys are in here. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dance King. How the hell do I become a member? Well, you kind of already sponsored the show, Travis. I don't think you need to worry about becoming a member. If you come to Baum Walker Stadium, you can expect an ass whooping, says Kenwood. Well, yeah. Up until A&M walked in here and they took care of business, but yeah, for the most part, that is true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, they've lost 1 series at home all year. That's not bad so far. We've still got 1 more to go. Tennessee is how Arkansas is going to close this thing out. Now that'll be, I don't know, man. I almost feel like that. And this is kind of weird to say. Who is the bigger today? I'm not talking about 70 years plus of Arkansas and Texas. You got to remember there's a really large gap there when they left the Southwest Conference. Is Tennessee a bigger rivalry in baseball than Texas? I don't know, man. That's a good question because the connection that Arkansas has with Tennessee and who that head coach is. Tennessee just kind of wakes up and finds baseball, and all of a sudden they're God's gift to earth, right, to college baseball. Arkansas fans are salty about that. Hell, I'm salty about that. And who's coaching them? Fans are a little envious, right? There's that going. And Tennessee, again, they've been a powerhouse. And Arkansas and Tennessee, there have been some great games between these two. There's been some great series between these two. Who's the bigger rivalry today? That's the question. Make sure you guys like, share, hit the subscribe button. John Oliver says yes. Are you saying yes to Tennessee being the bigger rival? Steve in 1383 says the sweep is going to depend on our arms tomorrow. I hope we sweep, but we are pretty weak on day 3. Yeah, and so is like everybody, right? I mean, most teams are pretty. They're they don't have the arms to go, especially if you're going through your bullpen in the first 2 games. Arkansas pitched Wood, Gackle, and Jimenez. I know I'm pronouncing that one wrong too. I have to. It's like Madni Amaliava. I had to practice Madni Amaliava, and I did that for no damn reason. It took me weeks of just sitting down and saying the name over and over. You could think it in your head, you can hear them say it on screen, but until I practice it like 100 times, then I'll get it down. Just be patient with me. Again, Arkansas tonight, just 6 hits, 6 runs, 9 walks, only 5 Razorbacks struck out tonight. Arkansas did have an error. They gave Vahiva Aloy the error. He still played a fantastic game at shortstop. Boy, he's good. Oh my gosh. Vahiva Aloy is the real deal, man. Nico, I'm Olivia, right? That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. You're supposed to say I'm Olivia. Yes, today Tennessee is definitely the bigger baseball rival, says John Oliver. I think so too. Today, there's history there, and I'm going to be real with you. I've said this multiple times over years. I feel like Tennessee is a natural, organic, unforced rival in all sports. Maybe not so much basketball, but definitely baseball, and yeah, I would even argue football. I mean, look at their they came to Fayetteville in football, and they lost to the lowly Razorbacks. I mean, that still chaps their ass. Now they're not going to have Nico. Who knows how good Tennessee or good or bad Tennessee Volunteers are going to be, now that the offense is without their quarterback, their presumed starting quarterback. If we sweep Texas, how high do you think we are ranked on Monday, Ty? Oh, that's a good question, Brim. I think already, so yeah, we all know they're back in the top 10. There's no question about that. This third win could shift you at least 3 more spots. I would say if you take the loss tomorrow, I think Arkansas, my God, especially when you're considering what their pitching did when it mattered in the first 2 games, I don't know how they're not already now like close to knocking on the door being back in the top 5. If you sweep, I think they might. It just depends, right? D1 baseball will probably put Arkansas at like 6th, right? And then perfect game will move you back 10 spots because they just hate Arkansas. I said it. I said it. Perfect game doesn't like Arkansas. They're haters. Every one of those guys at perfect game picked Texas to sweep this, right? That's what they did. It's always nice to beat Texas. It's even better because they're number 1 ranked team. Good wins, as Hog Fan 40 ounce. You are absolutely correct. Hey, make sure you guys check out Patreon as well. I did not start when we were doing the shout outs to everybody. I didn't shout out Patreon supporters, but if you guys want to join Patreon, I've already got a Kane Archer video out. We know he committed to UCF. I've got my response to what fans are saying about that. Are they overreacting? What's going on here? Make sure you can only watch that if you're a Patreon member. There's some other insider content that's there. We've covered the portal really well in Tusk Talk Discord. I realize a lot of people are just wanting change with football, but in the meantime, if you're a football junkie, if you just love to look at the analytics, talk about the depth, it doesn't even always have to be Arkansas. I get it. I find myself kind of looking up and down some of these other rosters. I'm just a college football junkie. I love it. I love talking about it. You guys know, those of you who've been around long enough, you know what's up. Josh T says, good point. Oh, I made one of those. Appreciate it. If Root and Wood pitch like that for the rest of the year, look out, says Joe DC. Look out, and I think you're right. Yeah, because it sets up your middle relief. Like it gives you more arms, especially when you have the kind of offense Arkansas has, even though they didn't really need it tonight. And my God, 2 runs, you win this game. I mean, that's it. And to be fair, again, this is Arkansas's not a bad, like a team ERA. They're still, I mean, again, I would need to look at it, but last I saw, this is still one of the better ERA teams in the country. And they didn't need their offense tonight. That was such a good sign. And it helps, like, when you don't have to reach into your bullpen as much. Yeah, Arkansas right now, as of May 1st, this is as of it says last updated Friday, May 2nd. Arkansas is 9th in the country in earn run average. 9th in the country. They're 3.71 on the season. That is just dude. I mean, when's the last time they were top 10 in like on base and pitching throughout like the entire season? I say the entire. First 10 games, it took them a little while, right? Their offense wasn't exactly on fire. Their pitching was steady, but their hitting wasn't exactly on fire. It wasn't until almost like right before conference play when that really started to heat up against decent opponents. How often does that happen at a lot of – like Tennessee, when they won it, I think they were top 8, top 5 in both categories. Arkansas's right now, their batting average, they've dropped just a little bit. Now, again, we got to remember Texas is one of the top team ERAs in the country. So Arkansas did drop a little bit as of this morning at 7:06 a.m. when NCAA.com/stats updated their numbers. Arkansas dropped to number 12. Again, this is batting average at 319. Ty, do you think it will help us? Let's see. Will it help us more to get Wood back than it hurts us to lose Wiggins? Wiggins is a tough loss. I'm not going to lie. You know, again, Wiggins, he didn't pitch a ton of innings, 14 innings, but, you know, a beautiful 3.21 ERA. We know what Wiggins, like, there's a high expectations for Wiggins this year. Dylan Carter, you know, he's pitched 27 innings this year, and he's got a sub-3 ERA. He's at 2.6. Ben Bybee's turned it around. He's at a 3.5 for most of the year, and this is a guy that was pitching during the middle of the week. This is a guy that was like, what was his ERA? It was like 5. It was horrible. It was not good for a midweek guy who's not getting – I mean, he's not getting a ton of innings. He's not getting a lot of batters faced. You know, and he's turned it around. I mean, he's now a sub-4 ERA guy. He's almost a sub-3.5 ERA guy. They've got so many options, and we know, like, you know, when these guys are on, when Gackle is on, they are in love with Gackle. When he is absolutely just, when he's slinging it, he's got a couple different pretty strong pitches. I mean, you when he's on, you love when he takes the mound. But we've just not gotten a ton of that this year. Will McIntyre, he gets so much hate. And you know, and again, he's pitched 20 innings. He's got a 3.05 ERA. He catches so much crap, you know, and yet he's still like, he's a pretty reliable arm. But that's the thing. Like, they have so many options. It's like, yeah, I don't think losing someone like a Wiggins, I think you could lose, you know, name a couple of other guys, you know, as long as they're not lefties, then, you know, I think you're still fine. I love what they can do out of the bullpen. I just hope they can continue to do this. Pitch anywhere near as good as you did in this series. Now, obviously, you need to hit a little better, but it may not matter, right? Now, when you're playing teams like LSU and Tennessee, it is going to matter, right? Hopefully they get an early exit out of the SEC tournament. What's up, Mason? How you doing, man? How can you get any better than Tusk Talk with Ty? I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, Mason. By the way, I know he's not on here, and he might be lurking around in the live chat, but I don't know if you guys saw Mason Choate from Rivals from hogbeat.com. He has left his post at Hogbeat. He is a friend of the show. I really like Mason. I like talking to him at practice, you know, back when your boy could go to practice and could watch when he was credentialed, when I was credentialed. Really like talking to him. Very knowledgeable guy. Like Mason a lot. He stepped down from hogbeat.com. And, man, we've already talked in the text, you know, and on Twitter and whatnot. But hopefully maybe we can just bring him on, you know, just to get his thoughts. You want to talk about a baseball. This guy knows. He knows that sport quite well, baseball, and he keeps up with the Razorbacks. And I guarantee you he is not walking away from keeping up with Razorback baseball. I can guarantee you that. So shout out to Mason Choate, man. Good work at Rivals. He was really good at what he did over at Hogbeat. Yeah, and Mason, yeah, your name definitely popped into my head. You know, I was thinking Mason Choate. Absolutely. I was like, Mason, yeah. Gackle looks nervous at times. He does. Yeah. You're not wrong. Old Machinist. Let Fouch roar. Need that double bye, says Mobley. I would love if they could win these last two series. I don't know what the SEC tournament will do for your standing, but if you win these last two series, man, you're gonna lock up a top 8. You're gonna lock up a top 8. Yeah, double bye would be nice too. Let's see. Scrolling up here. I don't want to be number 1 going into Omaha. Says Dance King. It's a curse. When was the last time number 1 won it all? Would have been it was Miami, right? Was it 1999? Someone check that. Someone go Google it. Justin Mansell, who looks new. I don't know if you're still in here. This comment. I think Texas smoked a couple of doobies in the locker room. That might be the best comment of the night. Oh, they smoked a couple of doobies in the locker room. Woo, that's pretty good. I didn't see 1521 dropped out. Hey, man, if he's still kind of lurking in chat, I appreciate you. What was Tennessee number 1? Hold on. Were they number 1? Because I thought they dropped. You guys might be right. I thought Tennessee dropped because I thought they had dropped. Maybe I'm wrong. But before that, it was 1999. It was like Miami or some, I don't know. Oh, Jeremy Blackford. Last year, silly ass. Number 1, Tennessee won it all. Appreciate you, Jeremy. God, I bet you're fun at parties. I bet Jeremy Blackford's fun at parties, man. I can't remember because I smoked some doobies. I could have sworn Tennessee had dropped going into Omaha. Can't wait for tomorrow's game. It's going to be interesting to see how our pitchers respond. Yeah, again, like at the end of the day, really all that happens is if you lose it, big deal. You're probably not going to be in the top 5. I don't really care about that, right? I don't really care about that. Just you won the series. Like that's what I want you to do. And yeah, total SEC wins certainly helps too, right? Damn, you're the first one to pronounce machinist correctly. Yeah, but don't get me tripped. Listen, some of these last names, like I said, it took me forever to get Madni Amaliava's last name right. And people are still correcting it or pronouncing it differently. So then I'm like, wait, am I saying it wrong? Am I pronouncing it wrong? When are we getting a Courtney live? Yeah, she's been busy. She's been swamped. She's got a lot of stuff going on with her work and her schedule. She's been on vacation. Yeah, we will get her on here, though, for sure. SEC baseball rankings for regionals looks like SEC basketball. Yeah, how good is Kentucky baseball this year? I haven't actually kept up. Are they worth a damn this year? I know at one point they were they had a good record, and then they walked into SEC play and they got smoked. Yeah, no, they're bad in SEC. Good God, they're 10-11 in conference play, 25-17 overall. Yeah, Kentucky's garbage. Swept by they lost 2 games out of 3 against Ole Miss. Nearly swept against Texas at home. They did beat Tennessee, though. Wow, they went on the road and beat Tennessee. Dropped game 1 8-2, and then they would score 12 runs the next 2 games, holding Tennessee to just 3 runs. That's not bad. Nearly took a series from South Carolina. They've got Mississippi State, Oklahoma, and Vanderbilt left. Yeah, Kentucky's trash. That's right. They're only good at one sport. Tuck, Texas. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Again, shout out to Patreon supporters. Hopefully you guys will consider joining Patreon. There's the link. If you want to join, again, there's exclusive videos right there. I guess I'm going to have to work on YouTube membership or member content, I guess. I think we're up to like, I don't know how many members now. It's got to be close to 30 members. That is awesome. How does someone not pronounce machinist properly? We're a blank society, apparently. Oh, fish. Oh, fish. Kind of seems like this may be one of those teams that's playing up or down to our competition. Well, I mean, it is baseball, right? I mean, this is just a, you know, it's baseball. Like, that's the only response I got for you. I don't know. You say that, right? You say that, well, they only play, they play down to their competition or up to their competition. Listen, I mean, they went on the road and they swept Vanderbilt. I mean, they shut Vandy out in game one and then held them to 7 runs the next 2 games combined. Did drop to Georgia. Georgia was just playing really good ball. Arkansas won game 1. I mean, smoked them 13-3. Then they dropped the next 2 games 6-7. Right? They lost 2 out of 3 to A&M. They lost 2 out of 3 to Florida. It just happens. You just slump, But beating South Carolina, not an incredible win, but beating or sweeping Vanderbilt on the road, nearly sweeping Ole Miss on the road. I mean, that's not half bad. Now you've won. You've beaten. You've outscored Texas 15-1 in 2 games. We'll see what they do game 3. Of course, I'm rooting for a sweep. You know what? We didn't do the gold chain yet, did we? You guys are kind of. I don't know. Vahiva Aloy could make a strong case if not for that error. If not for that error that they've given him, he's got a strong case because that play he made late in the game, I don't remember what inning, I want to say 7th, was fantastic. Vahiva Aloy is just he is great. He does it all. And I don't know how many errors he has on the season. That's got to be like his 2nd error. But Gage Wood, and I kind of want to give it, you know what? I'm going to give it to the entire pitching staff. Gold chain is going to pitching. And it already went to a pitcher yesterday. It went to Root. Now we've got Wood, who gives up 2 hits, only 1 earned run, 9 Ks. Gackle, who had 5 Ks, giving up just 2 hits in 3 innings. I mean, the pitching was great. Jimenez, the same thing, like 2 innings, only gave up 1 hit. 2 walks all night for Arkansas pitching. Fantastic. I'm giving it to the all of them, all 3 pitchers. Congratulations. They've just been fantastic in this series. They've been fantastic. So shout out to pitching. Why not, baby? All right. We don't typically do baseball on this channel. That's changing. It's that time of year. And you guys keep requesting it. I'm gonna do a little bit more. I probably won't do post games for every game, but I'll be here. Just make sure you hit the notification button and make sure you're a subscriber. I do appreciate everyone. Jeremy Blackford says, let's effing go Hogs. Steven 1383 says, good choice, Ty. I think so, buddy. I agree. Steven 1383's got a really good point here. He says we run ruled a crap ton of teams. I don't think we played our competition. I think we hit a rough spot with arms and bats. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, they've run ruled. This has got to be the most I've ever seen. With Dave Van Horn at the helm, of course, I don't really remember Norm DeBryant's time. But Dave Van Horn, this is incredible. I mean, Dave Van Horn's been here for a while. He's been incredible. Hog fan says, give that chain to the ump. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie. Arkansas certainly did get the benefit of the doubt tonight with that umpire. For the most part. Maybe not every single pitch, but it seemed like every outside corner, every 50-50 outside corner pitch, he was given to Arkansas. So I'm just saying that helped, but I still think their pitching was fantastic. It was great. Little brother for the gold chain. Farrell says Wood for the win. I'm going to give it to the entire pitching. Impressive. All right. That's going to do it, man. I wasn't sure we were going to do a live tonight or not, a post game, but I figured if they won, and again, Arkansas with just a huge series win tonight against the number one team, the former number one team in the country, they're going to drop. I think they'll drop. If Arkansas sweeps, they're definitely going to drop. You know, sometimes they do this thing where it's like, yeah, they went into Fayetteville. That's a tough place to play at. Baum is tough. And they'll give, D1 or someone perfect game. They'll give them kind of what's the other one? Baseball America. They'll kind of give you, if you're not getting blown out and you avoid the sweep, they might keep you at number one given Texas's record. I think they drop, though. So Mobley says if LSU wins, yeah. Yeah, so the current top 25, and we'll end on this. The current top 25, yeah, that's true. LSU is number 2, hot on their heels. Clemson at 3, North Carolina at 4, Florida State at 5. Arkansas, this is according to D1 Baseball, all the way back at 11th, with Tennessee right behind them at 12th. Well, that Arkansas-LSU series is going to be big, too. That's there are no bad series unless you're playing Missouri or Kentucky. I hate both those teams. All right, that's it. We will not be live tomorrow. I will not be here. Shout out to Arkansas pitching for getting the gold chain. I will see you guys next week. Remember, Monday night, be there. Myself and Travis, possibly Tim. We're going to talk about a little baseball. We're going to get caught up on some basketball stuff. And, of course, football recruiting, transfer portal, high school recruiting, all that stuff. We'll discuss that and more on Monday night. Woo Pig, big series win. I'll see you guys next week. You guys are awesome.